I'll just say this: we made the pitch to members on the resolution as a way to lower the temperature and get back to work. We decided that wasn't where we're going to go. I'm still running for speaker, and I plan to go to the floor and get the votes and win this race. But I want to go talk with a few of my colleagues. Particularly, I want to talk with the 20 individuals who voted against me so that we can move forward and begin to work for the American people.
All right, those comments coming just moments ago. Representative Jim Jordan came out from those closed-door meetings with fellow Republicans. He briefly addressed reporters there. Correspondent Joe Khalil standing by there. Do we know, is there going to be any forward movement in the House today?
It doesn't look like it, Nichole. And you just heard there from Jim Jordan himself for the first time saying today he is not going anywhere. He's going to continue on his bid for speaker, but that he put the resolution forward himself today, trying to make the case for it to give the temporary speaker, Patrick McHenry, more power to open up the House. And you heard from Jordan there saying it doesn't seem to be helping, doesn't seem to be receptive among the Republicans who were in that room, something that we'd also been reporting today. So interesting for him to come out and basically admit that. He says, I thought it would help. I thought it would take the temperature down a bit. And frankly, it would also give him some time to rally. He did not want to have another third round of voting today, per our sources, knowing that he was going to lose again and that he was likely going to be even losing more votes than he did yesterday. So this resolution, if Patrick McHenry were to become, Speaker pro tem, but have some more authority here, would have given Jordan a bit more time, a cushion, an opportunity for him to do some outreach to the members that have not been voting for him so far. That's not going to happen. And Jordan said it himself. He did say he does want to reach out to those members who were not Jordan supportive. I can tell you, though, it's more than 20. He said there are 20 people voting against him. It could be close to 30 because we know there were people today who were going to vote against him that supported him just, a day or so ago. Now, I will say it does seem like this resolution to empower McHenry may be dead. In fact, one member of Congress here, Byron Donalds, Republican from Florida, came out and said McHenry himself opposed it. Now, I think it's a bit more complicated than that. I've had a few conversations with House Republicans who say there were multiple resolutions, multiple plans and ideas, all of which would have ended with giving McHenry the gavel, essentially, more power. And which one he would have supported, which one he opposed, that was the question. It was up in the air. So I don't want to put to bed this idea that there is a resolution where McHenry gets a bit more authority. It's not entirely dead. It just may be that there are different versions of it. They want to figure out which one is the best one. But it doesn't seem like there's a lot of support from Republicans for it, at least for right now. If that were to happen, hypothetically, Nichole, Democrats would need to buy in as well. And we talked to one Democrat about this, asking, what would it take? Would it mean that Republicans have to give up some power to Democrats? What would it take for Democrats to actually get on the floor and vote for this? Talked to Congressman Jared Moskowitz, a Democrat from Florida, a little while ago. Here's what he told us about it.
If we're going to have a bipartisan way to get out of this mess, then we have to also have a bipartisan way forward. Right? So it's not we're going to have a bipartisan way to get out the mess, and then we're just going to go back to all the nonsense that was going on before. So I think those are really the discussions. I wouldn't say concessions. I would say more discussions.
So translated in plain English, Democrats would want Republicans to do some things like stop the investigation into President Biden, the impeachment inquiry. That would be on the table. A couple of other things Democrats have been asking for would also be on the table if Republicans want Democrats' support in that effort. But Nichole, again, a lot of standstill right now. Bottom line is that for today, it appears we're not going to see any votes on a resolution. We're not going to see any votes on Jim Jordan for Speaker. A lot of work behind the scenes being done. The House floor may be relatively slow.
Yeah, so 3 weeks now without a formal speaker, and it looks like there still does not seem to be much forward progress. All right, Joe Khalil live for us there. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.